Hi friends, welcome back to our Writing Fundamentals program for middle schoolers. Today we have our third installment of our argumentative writing series. So we're focusing this month really on developing our argumentative writing skills. As always, I'm Kayla. I'm going to be your instructor tonight. We're going to go ahead and sign in to Ink to Ivy with our Gmail account. Make sure that we're in our argumentative writing type and rereading our previous argument for our topic, which is pizza topping madness. Okay. Based on the conversation that we had last week, I'm very curious if you could make an argument, think about in your head, what is the color of your history folder? Personally, my perfect answer is going to be red, but others may say something different, and that's okay because everybody has different perspectives. They just might not be right. One thing that I'm curious about is if you have an unpopular opinion. I'm trying to think about if I have one, and my really only unpopular opinion is I think that pizza is kind of overrated, which is ironic given that this is all that we've been writing about for the past couple of weeks. But that's okay. I still like pizza. I just think it's a little bit overrated. We're going to go ahead and dive into our short writing loop, as always, where we just take the first couple of minutes of class to reread our previous work and keep writing. Our prompt, as always, is to take a stance on the controversial pineapple versus pizza debate and defend our favorite toppings and challenge any traditional pizza norms. You can go ahead and start your 4-minute timer and keep writing and adding to your work. If you are unfamiliar, you're going to go to argumentative writing. Just a reminder, you're going to select pizza topping madness, and you can go ahead and keep writing right in here. Alternatively, if you would like to use speech to text, there is a button right here where you can do that. At the end of that 4 minutes, feel free to hit that AI analysis button and take a look at your feedback. The past couple of weeks, we've worked on a couple of different things, and our task as argumentative writers. We've written our claim, which is our perspective or idea on a topic. We found our evidence and reasoning that back up our claim and prove it correct. And today we're going to think about the opposite side. I think this is one of the hardest parts of writing an essay, but it can really, really strengthen your argument. If you're able to put yourself in the shoes of people on the opposite side of you, understand their thinking, and still prove them wrong, it just shows how in-depth you understand this subject and how qualified you are to speak on it. If you can say, even given all this other evidence that people might say is true, here's why I'm still correct, and that can totally add to your credibility and help prove your argument. The trick here is it is kind of hard to do. You want to make sure you don't get lost in your argument and that you stay consistent. You don't want to acknowledge the other side and then suddenly switch over. That's confusing your argument and your reader. You don't want to say pineapple never belongs on pizza and then by the end of your essay say, wait, maybe it does belong on pizza. That's not a consistent argument. You want to say and be the same in your ideas and your topics the entire length of your essay. Okay? We've maybe written counterclaims before, or we've maybe heard of counter arguments, but if not, we're going to debrief it today so you know what to do. Like I just said, you're putting yourself in the shoes of the opposite side, and your counterclaim is the opposite of your claim. So if I am saying that history folders should be red, maybe a counterclaim is that people would think that history folders should be blue. Still think that's wrong, but it could happen, right? We include them to build our argument and keep making it stronger, but you have to stay consistent. You can't make a whole essay about how your history folder should be read for all of these lovely reasons, but actually, it's okay if your folder is blue. We are disproving the other side. We're acknowledging that it exists, but still proving that our point is better or stronger. Okay? So just so we can think about some evidence to support our claims and think about some evidence to support our ideas, it's not enough just to name these things. We have to really explain them too. Just like last week when we were writing our reasonings for our different claims, we're going to go ahead and brainstorm what the counterclaim is going to be based on our stance. So if we are anti-pineapple on pizza, if you say no, it never belongs on pizza, why might other people say it's okay? Why is that still not the right choice? Even if they're like, yeah, you should do it because of X, Y, and Z, why are they still wrong? Why is no pineapple on pizza still the best answer? Qualifying is a little bit trickier, so we're going to go back to that in a second. But if you're pro pineapple, if you feel like pineapple does belong on pizza, why might other people not like it? Why is that an incorrect opinion? Or why are they wrong for feeling that way? If you fall in the middle of qualifying, again, this is where our qualifying arguments are just not as strong and sometimes are harder for us to write than just committing to a side. If someone might say that pineapple on pizza is wrong, why would they be wrong in saying that? Where are the times that it's okay? If someone says that pineapple on pizza is always right, where are there any instances where maybe it doesn't make any sense? We have to kind of do both things at the same time. So that's why I really recommend that if you're really qualifying, you can't decide to just pick one side or the other. I also want you to keep in mind that you maybe don't have to pick the side that you personally agree on. Sometimes it's a better exercise to go for the opposite side. For example, I don't personally like pineapple on pizza, but my argument that I'm writing is that pineapple should go on pizza. And it's really hard to put myself in the other shoes, but it is giving me that challenge to think of a counterclaim and to put myself in the other side's shoes. We're going to take 10 minutes to write. We're going to pause for a little bit of vocabulary in the middle that could enhance your essay, but we're going to go ahead and really add to our existing writing. Again, we're still in a rough draft stage, and that's totally fine. Feel no pressure about writing a perfect essay. You're going to take 5 minutes to write. Go ahead, start that timer, pause this video, and I'll see you in about 5 minutes. Okay. Ready, set, write. Okay, sorry to pause you in your writing groove. I'll get back to it super quick. I wanted to include some vocab words that might be helpful in really strengthening the language of your essay. Think back to when we wrote our narratives and we talked about our writing craftsmanship and elevating our vocabulary. I wanted to start providing you some words that might be helpful to do that. So if you haven't already, you maybe know some of these words and maybe you haven't, but I'm just going to go through them really quickly so you can incorporate them into your essay if they work for you. For example, maybe you want to talk about flavors, and you could say that they're savory or delectable, or if we go down a couple, maybe mouth-watering. Okay, those are all great descriptive words to talk about the flavor or taste of something. Saying it's delectable, it's savory. Maybe you think pineapple on pizza is a mouth-watering combination, or you have a different preferred topping that is very savory or delectable. Versatile is able to do many things. Maybe you feel that pineapple is a very versatile pizza topping that could match with other ideas or other flavors. If you are totally anti-pineapple, this next word is for you. Revolting means something that is totally extremely unpleasant or offensive. Or maybe you just don't really like it, but you don't feel that passion about it. You could say that pineapple on pizza is peculiar. It's unusual or strange. It's a little bit unpleasant, but it's not offensive in the way that revolting is. Maybe you're just kind of qualifying somewhere in the middle and you want to just say it's unusual or exceptional or just interesting, just a neutral interesting. Remarkable would be a great way to describe pineapple on pizza. With these words in mind, maybe lock in and choose one that you want to try and add to your draft, and we're going to dive back in for our last 5 minutes of writing. Got your word? Ready, set, 5 minutes of writing. Go ahead, pause this video, set that 5-minute timer, and I'll see you in a few. Alrighty, hit that AI analysis button. Let's see what we've come up with. Did your clarity in position rating change? Especially when we develop our counterclaim, that is really going to drive our clarity in position rating up because we're staying clear and we're staying consistent in our position, our perspective. So when we can name the other side but still stay firm in our own perspective, that's going to help our AI feedback. We're keeping going. We're plugging right along. We've got 3 of our 4 feedback categories done. Next week, we're really going to start talking about those last minute things. We're really driving the consistency throughout each piece of our essay, really persuading our readers. Before next week, maybe choose 2 to 3 argumentative prompts and start drafting. You can also always submit an essay to me for AI review. That's all that I have for you today. I hope you had fun writing your argument, developing your counterclaims. putting yourself in somebody else's shoes. We're going to keep building, keep working on those writing skills, and I can't wait to see what you submit to me for some feedback. Have a wonderful day wherever you are, and happy writing. Bye bye.